It is 9:30. I've been up for a while. It is Monday. It's President's Day though, so technically most people have it off, so I'm deciding that I will also have it off, mostly. I just had breakfast and my coffee. I made myself little pancakes because I thought that'd be cute and fun. I got my period yesterday, so I just like died and did not do anything yesterday. I like doodled for like the entire morning. I literally just sat here in silence and just like was drawing and doodling because I don't do that very often. Like I don't know if you can see it up here, but I have like my Prismacolor colored pencils and then all of my, what are these called? My markers. They have a special name to them and I can't remember them right now. But I had those from obviously when I was in school and we used to do all the art drawing projects, and I just like never take the time to just sit and like doodle for funsies. So I did that all morning yesterday and it was just so nice and relaxing. And then after that, I started cramping very hard and then I just was on the couch the rest of the day. And this morning I'm taking it slow, so I've just been kind of sketching out some ideas and things that I want to do. I obviously have so many scraps, or I'm going to be accumulating so many scraps from all the custom orders that I'm doing, like so many sequins and like just these like fun fabrics, and obviously I want to like make the most of them. I think I'm gonna just make a bunch of like one-of-a-kind pieces with all the fabrics that are left over, like little tops and stuff. Like obviously they have to be little tops because there's very little fabric, but I want to make most of it. So I've just been like sketching some ideas of things I might want to do with them, kind of figuring that out. Today, the only thing work-wise that I like have to do is, I don't know if I mentioned this yet or not, I am going to be working with a showroom, which I'm very, very excited about. I'm working with Wear the Future. They actually reached out to me maybe a little over a year ago asking to have my brand in their showroom, but at the time I was living in Indiana and it just like didn't feel like the right fit just yet for me, so I said no. But I was like, you know, in a like future I would love to, I just don't think right now is my moment. And she reached out again maybe a couple weeks ago and was like, hey, like would love to know where you're at and if you'd like to join. And I was like, you know what, actually I'm in LA now because they're based here, and I was like, I would love to actually like talk about it and like refresh my memory on like how it all works, whatever. So I went to the showroom last week and she gave me a little tour of everything. She was like, this is how it works, blah blah blah. She has a bunch of vetted sustainable brands that stylists can then come and like pull looks from. So like the way that styling works, if you're like a stylist, you go to all these showrooms and you can like rent out pieces pretty much for your client to try on, and then you can like use them whatever. So basically my pieces are going to be there for stylists to be able to take to photo shoots, red carpets, whatever event or thing they might be needing to dress their client for, which is a really great opportunity because you just like never know like who is gonna walk in and what stylist is gonna walk in and who's gonna wear whatever. And so I've been kind of putting together all the pieces that I could give her like for the past couple of days and trying to figure out like what would be good. The only like hard thing with me is that one, everything's in my size and I am not only a small person but I'm also short, so I feel like everything's just kind of short, which is not super ideal. But I was like, you know what, that's what I have, so I'm gonna have to give that to you. And secondly, my current collection, I don't have like samples I can give her for it because they're just mine and I obviously need mine, so I need to make some for her for that. But other than that, I did pick up a few pieces and kind of go through all my archives and see what would be good to give her. She did want more like red carpety type things and more like nice stuff, which I feel like I don't have too much of, but that kind of inspired me to now make some stuff, even if it's just to give to her and have as like one-of-a-kind pieces that can only be like pulled for styling and not necessarily sold. I think it would just be really cool because originally when I went to FIT and just like fashion school in general, my like goal, like this is still like one of my biggest goals, I would love to do red carpets or just evening wear, just like bigger events like that are what I like love to do the most. And I just like love gowns, I love dresses, I love fancy things, so that's like my ideal scenario. So I feel like this is a great opportunity to like kind of dive into that market a little bit and maybe just make some fun one-of-a-kind pieces for that. Anyway, that being said, I'm dropping off the pieces today at 1. Very chill day, but I wanted to give you guys that update and then show you all the pieces that I'm going to take once I get up and do that, because I thought that'd be cool and fun. So lots of things going on behind the scenes here. I'm really trying every avenue possible, it feels like, but you gotta do what you gotta do until something sticks, you know? Okay, so I just changed so I could wash what I was wearing, but I want to show you guys the pieces that I'm going to be sending out to this, or I guess taking there. Some of them I need to put tags on because I don't tend to put tags on the things that I keep for myself because I'm like, that's just a waste of a tag since it's not going to anybody. Here are some of the pieces that do have tags that I will be sending. So I recently, when I was clearing out my closet, realized I had 2 of these that I obviously don't need. So I kept one and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just sell this one as like an archive piece or whatever, and I like set it aside. But now I'm like, oh, this would be a fun one just to have for like stylists because it's just a fun fabric. This is from my 2020 holiday collection, like my first holiday collection. It was super cute. I love it. This fabric is just like such a fun one. It's like a silvery gold champagne kind of vibe, and it's just a fun piece. I then literally just have one of these left that was still on my shop from the holiday collection of 2021. These have been slowly selling throughout the years. I had made 5 of this color and 5 of the like tan color because I was doing a bunch of pop-ups and stuff, and I just have had them for so long, but then they've been slowly selling throughout the years, which is really funny. And this is the last one standing of that collection. So I figured it would just be like a fun piece to give and like stop trying to sell, just, you know, maybe it'll be fun for styling. And I've got one of these that I thought would also be fun. I did make so many of these for all the pop-ups that I was doing at the time. This is from last year's spring collection 2022. I have a medium in here, which I wanted to throw in there because I feel like a lot of my stuff is like extra small, and I wanted to have some sort of variety. I also have this one that was also a pre-made piece. This one is a size 2 though, but I think it's cute and fun for this season. So, and then I have my patchwork skirts that I made this past spring 2022, the light pink one and the white one. They're like patched skirts. These never sold, classic, but I think they're just fun pieces. I don't really know if like people are gonna pull these too much because they're very short because they were made for me. They have a little bit of give. They're not like super tight, but they are short, so I don't know. But I think these would be cool for like photo shoots or things like that want to showcase sustainability because it's literally patched stuff. So I have these 2 as well, and then I have some stuff that I need to put tags on, so I put that aside so I can like actually remember to put tags on them. But I also have a couple of samples of this top, which is the same one but the pink one. These do have the tags. I just need to actually put the ribbon on them because they don't have it. Next, I've got the infamous patchwork dress. This one is so much fun. Initially, I didn't want to put it in there because I don't know, I'm like weirdly insecure about my stitching. Not that it's bad at all, it's actually quite decent, but I didn't line it, so it's all just like surged on the inside, so I feel like you just see everything. It doesn't look as professional. Like I wish I would have just lined it instead, but obviously that's like an inner detail that nobody else sees, so it's not really bad at all. But I feel like the hem isn't like the greatest on this because it's like on bias with all of these different like seams, so it was just very hard to keep it like clean. Also, this fabric isn't like super thin, so it's just like thick, but I think it's still a really cool piece, and if it like fits the right person, then like it could be a really cool moment. And it just sits in my closet otherwise. I've literally never worn it out, so I figured I might as well let it potentially have a moment. So I have that one I need to put a tag on. And lastly, I'm going to be putting the red Better Than Revenge dress. Obviously this is Taylor inspired, but it's literally just a red sequin dress, so it's not anything crazy. And realistically, am I gonna be wearing this that often? Absolutely not. So figured it would be a fun piece to just add in there, but I do need to put a tag on it. And lastly, she actually requested this one. I was not gonna put it in there because I'm like, that just feels extremely Taylor to me, but she was like, please give me that heart dress. I would love to have that. And I was like, okay, if you say so. I feel like now that I look back at Taylor's picture and mine though, I do feel like they look quite, not like super different, obviously the same concept, but I feel like I did stylize mine a little bit differently, so it doesn't look like a carbon copy of it, but obviously it is a copy of it. So I don't know, I felt weird about that one, but she asked for it, so I am going to deliver. So those are the pieces that I think I'm gonna give. And then out of the collection that I currently have, I can't give too much. I can definitely give her one of these because I did start pre-making these assuming people were gonna buy them, and then I had one person buy them, so that's really great. But I'd probably give her one of these. Probably do a small, just because they're like wide anyway. Like this could definitely fit up to a medium, I would say. And then all of this stuff, like the patchwork tank, I also only have one of, which is mine. The pants I do have two of, 2 different sizes, and then I also only have one of this top. But I am like 99% sure I'm doing the fashion show with Refined Shopping here in March, so I would need to be sending them these pieces. So I can't give these pieces away yet because I'm gonna be sending them to that fashion show, so I'm gonna hold off on those. This dress I think I might also be sending to Refined Shopping, so I can't do anything with it, and it's also my only sample, so I would need to make another one. And then the striped pants I only have one of, so I'm gonna wait to give these to Refined Shopping as well. Actually, and same with this dress. So that is all I have. I'm also debating giving this gown to them. It's just like not my favorite, like I like it, but I don't feel like it's my best work. So part of me is like, I don't want to like give that and then have them think that's like the best I can do, if that makes sense. I would still need to put a tag on it, also doesn't have one. I don't know, maybe I will just give it, doesn't hurt, but it's just not that it's bad or poorly made. I just am so self-conscious because it's next to stuff that's probably made in like actual ateliers and like factories and people who've been doing it for so much longer than I have that I just get insecure about things. I will say the tool on this one is very half-assed because I didn't have a lot of it, so I was just trying to do what I could with what I had, which is a great sustainable moment. But I don't know, maybe I will add it in there, but I do need to put a tag on it. So I will catch you guys when I'm there. Maybe I'll get a little vlog clip of the actual place so you guys can see what it looks like, and then like what will be my little rack there. So we'll see. Good morning, guys. It is Friday. It's like 8:30 a.m. right now, and I wanted to catch you guys up on all the things I've been doing this week. Obviously lots of custom orders, really getting through them. The tour starts March 17th, so all of the March dates need to really start getting out there because it is February 23rd, 24th right now. So time is ticking, but I finished a lot of orders this week. So I've got 2 of these dresses. One, she wanted it sleeveless. This one has the sleeves. So I've got 2 of these that are fully done that I'm excited will package up today. And then guys, I finally got all of the patches on these. I'm so excited. These are daddy-daughter jackets. If you didn't see the last video, which is probably where I made them. And it says Eras Tour, Swiftie, and then it says established. This one says 1984 and this one says 2017, their respective birth years. I originally ordered patches for like these letters, the like Eras Tour and the established, whatever. And they came in and they were way too big, like would not fit at all, especially not on the smaller one. So I was like, shoot, what am I gonna do? Because like clock is ticking. I wanna get these out ASAP because they're going to opening night. And then I remembered I have an embroidery machine. I could probably make some. I don't know why I've never correlated the fact that I have an embroidery machine and I can make patches. Meanwhile, I've been ordering a bunch of patches lately. Granted, I don't think I would have had the time to design every single patch that I've been using, so like it's fair that I have been buying them. But I was like, for something like letters, it's so simple. And I didn't do like a iron-on back for them because it doesn't work very well on the sequins anyway. So I just used felt and I embroidered the letters on using my Racoma EM1010, which is just like the greatest machine ever. It was so simple to just quickly make like the file and figure out the sizing that I wanted and then transfer it over to my machine and get that ready. I was also able to obviously customize like the dad's letters to be a little bit bigger than the daughter's one so that it fit their jackets a little bit better, just proportionally speaking. I'll have a link to the machine down below for you guys to check out. It is literally the best of the best. But basically I just used felt and then I got the letters over it, and once they were ready I cut them out, kind of leaving a bit of a trim around all of them so that they looked like evenly spaced. And then I went ahead and just like glued them onto the back and it looks so cute. I'm obsessed. I feel like the camera makes the jacket look a little too shiny where it's like hard to read, but in person it's not. But yeah, I need to like make sure they're properly glued down. I wanted to kind of let them sit overnight to see which parts started kind of popping up and then like glue those. So I will be fixing that up or making sure that is good to go. So those are all the orders that I have done. I actually also have a mirror ball dress almost done. So I finished it, but then I was like, I don't think it looks right. So I'm fixing it. I feel like the neckline just like got a little bit too loose, so I'm tightening it up a little bit more. So that's the only thing I need to like finish fixing, and then that'll be fully done as well. It's literally just like the neck part, so it's nothing crazy. And then we'll have all 5 of those orders ready to be sent out, which is insane. That being said, let's get into the studio and I'll show you what I'm currently working on. Okay, so I worked on this like a while ago and it was almost done, and then I realized I did it wrong, kind of. So I had shown you guys this little like what was a dress for like a little girl that's like a light up one, and then when I sent it to the mom she was like, wait, but it's gonna be 2 pieces when it's done, right? And I was like, oh my god, you didn't want it to be a dress? I was like, I don't know where I got that idea, but what she wanted was for it to like look like it's almost a dress. Like she didn't want any midriff actually showing, and I don't know why I internalized that as like she wanted a dress, but obviously it was very easy to just put the two parts apart because I had already made it as a skirt and like top and then sewed it together. It's not like it was like some sort of princess dress or whatever. So it's very easy to pull apart, but the skirt's pretty much done. I just need to actually kind of weave the lights through it the way I want it to be, but everything else is done. The little light packets here in the back, it's fully hand laid. She is ready to go. Again, just need to like string the lights through it properly. There is that. The top for this one is almost done. I just need the zipper for the back, which I'm waiting on the package for because obviously I didn't have that zipper ready and it needs to be like a separating zipper so she can actually get into it. And then again, just put the lights into it and it'll be done. So once I get the zipper for this, it'll be a quick finish. So that's what I'm working on. The second one is the same dress, like the same vibe, but for an adult. And we're doing a different like fabric floral ordeal, and she's doing like the tube top version, which I'm also just waiting for the zipper for. So this skirt is also fully done, like the skirt itself. Now I'm just placing all of these flowers onto it. I need to sew them down and then obviously put the lights into it as well, but I wasn't sure what flowers I wanted to use, so I hadn't like sewn it down yet because I wanted to send her a picture. But funny enough, I took all of these pink little flower appliques from the floral fabric that I used for the floral Grammys dresses. I took it from all the leftovers and just like snipped them off, and I'm just gonna be like hand placing them all over and hand sewing it in. So that's what I'm going to start with today, and then once that's in there, I'll put the lights into this one as well, and then we'll start patterning out to the top. So those are the ones that I'm working on. I kind of want to start with this today, and then if I get tired of it, whatever, we will move on to the mirror ball dress as well and just finishing that up. But I kind of just want to see how much more of these little flower appliques I need to like cut out, kind of situate that a little bit. But I cut out quite a bit last night. I have like all of these. So that is what you've missed this week. So that being said, let's get into this. Let's start sewing some of these down. Freaking nighttime. It is so rainy and gloomy today. I'm so low energy. I'm just trying to get through this, but I went ahead and tacked down all of the flowers that I had on there, and I roughly pinned the lights. I guess I'll bring you down a bit. Okay, so you can see it a little bit better. I have like the lights roughly pinned where I want them to be, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and hand sew it down. I haven't made the little like pouch for the light packet back here yet, but I wanted to kind of get this going, and then I'll make that and tack it on as well. I think it's so cute and it's so fun. I just like don't feel like filming today, and it's killing me because I haven't been wanting to film this whole week because I've realized that I just like need to get through these, and filming sometimes takes a lot of energy out of me. So I just needed to like have a few days of just getting through things, not filming, but then obviously I want to show you what I'm doing because I'm doing so many fun things. So I'm like, oh, I should film. But then it's like raining and so gloomy out, and I'm just so low energy when it's a gloomy day out because it's so dark in here. I get no like direct light. So I'm just like, I don't want to film, but I want to film because I want to show you. So anyway, I feel like it's just going to be a weird vlog of like half showing you things, half maybe not. But I'm going to go ahead and tack all these lights down, which I probably won't time lapse because you're going to see the same thing again. It's just me standing here sewing. And then once I do that, I think I'll go ahead and make the pack back here, or maybe I'll just go ahead and finish the mirror ball dress afterwards just to get that like fully out of the way. I just like to check things off, so I feel like maybe I should do that just so I can like fully check that off my list as well and then get back to this. But this is so cute and I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I searched far and wide for some sort of like floral wool like embroidered fabric that I could use over top, and everything was just either ridiculously expensive or not the right shade of pink, or just like too much or too little, and like nothing worked. So I ended up just buying pink tulle, doing a layer of that, and then adding these flowers, which I think actually worked out really well and it looks really cute. And it kind of worked out better because if you look at Taylor's original skirt of this, the flowers that she has also are like fuller on top and like go into the bottom like less, whereas usually it's the opposite where like the bottom is full and it goes up. So a lot of the fabrics were like that, and I feel like this actually just makes more sense because you have all the vines coming down. I'm gonna tack this down and then we'll figure out what we do next, but I think it's probably gonna be a mirror ball dress. we'll see on the next clip. So I went to check my emails because I'm like waiting on a brand to email me back about something, and I just got the nicest email from one of you that like ordered a custom design from me, like a fully custom, like not like a recreation of something Taylor's worn or anything, like it's for the tour but custom piece. And she just emailed me that she hasn't wanted to like post it because she doesn't want anyone to take the idea, which like I get. I'm doing the same thing with mine. She was like, I posted it on Twitter yesterday. I thought nobody would see it because I don't have like followers, whatever. But it kind of went off and like everybody's obsessed and like they can't wait to see it. And I just like wanted to tell you how like talented you are. And she just went on to say that like, I know you're probably like so stressed and like feeling burnt out and just like getting through all this, but like you're doing so much for all of us. And like, it's just like the nicest message ever. And I just like cried for a good 10 minutes because I am so exhausted, and I'm getting to that point where I just like need to see it fully come to life. Like I need to see people in these designs. I need to see it actually happening so that I can like correlate all this work to that and be like, okay, it's all worth it. Not that it's not worth it if I don't like see that, but I feel like in my head it just like helps me like remember that there's people at the other end of this, and that like all the work I'm doing isn't just for nothing. Like there's somebody at the end of it so excited about it, and it's something that they're gonna cherish for so long, and like it makes all the work worth it. But sometimes it's so hard to remember that or envision that when I'm just sitting here by myself sewing the days away without even knowing the person on the other end personally or anything. So anyway, just cried for like 10 minutes, which was honestly just needed. I think I needed to let that out because it's just one of those days too. It's literally raining. It's been raining all morning. I can't do this. I mean, I can do this, but I'm just like, ugh, it's such a frustrating feeling. Anyway, all that to say is that I'm just very thankful to everybody who sends me very nice messages, because I get a lot of very, very nice messages like that almost every day, which is crazy to say. And half the time, I don't even have the time to respond to like everybody, but like I see it all, and it's just very, very nice. And sometimes they just really hit when they need to hit, and I'm so appreciative of that. So I just want to put that in there. So thank you. That being said, I think I'm gonna move on to the mirror ball dress now. I finished putting the lights, or like sewing the lights into place for the skirt over there, so I think I just want to like check the mirror ball dress off the list and like get that sent out. I think that one's also for opening night, so I want to get all of those packages like packaged up. I'm probably gonna ship them out tomorrow because I don't want to go to the post office in this rain, even though I think it's also supposed to rain tomorrow. But no part of me wants to set foot outside in this rain. I also don't own an umbrella here, and the one rain jacket thing that I have, I lent to a friend who is currently in Australia, therefore can't get that from her. So I'm just gonna stay indoors, you know, it's gonna be fine. But let's finish up that mirror ball dress, get that situated, and that'll be the 5th piece that's fully done to be sent out. That's insane. From this week only, because obviously I've sent stuff out already, but like insane. Okay, I got the dress done, so there is one more thing off of the list. This one is so hard to like fold because it has shoulder pads, so it just like is awkward and like thick and bulky up there, obviously. I think I actually still need to put a tag on this one. I don't think I put a tag on her. We are gonna do that, and then it'll be done. And then I'm gonna take my little lunch break. Let's come early, it's 11:30, but I'm just gonna like not start on anything before I need to get all of these out already so that people get them in time, and if there's any reason that they would need any sort of alterations, they would still have time for that. That's like my biggest worry right now, is that I'm like cutting it really close, and like I want to make sure that, you know, there's room for error, because usually things do fit fine the first time around, because I do ask for quite a lot of measurements nowadays, but there's always like the possibility of something not fitting perfectly, especially because I've never done an in-person fitting. I don't know exactly what their body type looks like, whatever, so sometimes it's a little bit of guesswork in it. I feel good about most of these, especially like ones like the mirror ball one is like a little bit stretchy. It's not like super, like it's fitted, but the fabric has a bit of stretch to it, so it's not like constricting. The only ones I'm a little more worried about are the floral dresses, because those are a little bit constricting. Like the one I made for myself and stuff, it's like, I mean, it's tight, but also like the floral floral fabric with the sleeves is like, if you want to have a tight sleeve with that fabric, it's just, you're not going to be able to like have your hands up like all the way like this, you know, like it's constricting in that sense, which isn't really ideal for concert wear. So I'm curious to see what people say about that. I don't know, it wouldn't be my first choice for like what wears the actual concert. I think it's a beautiful dress, but I just would want something a little more like free-flowing for it. But yeah, those are my random thoughts. I'm gonna put a tag on this, put it in my room along with everything else that needs to be shipped. And I think we'll probably package everything up today as well, just to get everything ready for whenever it stops raining and I can go to the post office. So, okay, I just had lunch, did some emails, took a little break. It is currently 2 o'clock and we are gonna get back into this. I'm gonna go ahead and pattern out the top for the light up set. It's gonna be so cute. I love seeing this come together. The lights are just gonna look so fun. So excited. I actually forgot that I don't have the lights for this one either. They're coming in today, I believe, or tomorrow. So I can't actually finish it any further, but I have the fit right. So I'm just, you know, putting it together is not really that big of a deal. When the lights come in and everything, I can get it situated pretty quickly. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, very cute, very excited about this one. I have a meeting later today at 5:30 with the girls that I'm hosting the clothing swap with here in LA, which I don't think I really mentioned this too much on my YouTube channel, but I mentioned it over on my Instagram, my personal Instagram. But we're not pushing it too much because we already got like almost 200 RSVPs for the event, and because it's raining in LA now, we have to do it all indoors. It was going to be in this indoor outdoor space, so we would have like a little more room to breathe, but now it's going to be only indoors since it's raining tomorrow. So we're not pushing it too much because we don't want too many more people to come, because 200 people is already so many people. It's insane. So I just haven't been pushing it as much because of that. But we're hosting a clothing swap tomorrow. I'm hosting it with 7 other sustainable creators, which is really exciting. So a few that you've probably heard me mention a million times: my friend Megan, love her so much, this is her Instagram. My friend Lauren, probably also mentioned her, Sophia, Delilah. I feel like those are the people I'm closest to. Then we have Chelsea, Amanda, Nuara, and Summer, who I more recently met and I'm very excited to like get to know more. But all of us are co-hosting this clothing swap. So we have a meeting today at 5:30 just to kind of like go over logistics of how everything's gonna go down and how we want to go about it all tomorrow. It's tomorrow from 12 to 4, so I'll probably vlog a little bit. I'm probably not gonna vlog a lot just because it's gonna be chaotic from the sounds of it. So I just don't think I'm gonna have time to be like grabbing content all the time. But I do have a bag of clothes that I don't want anymore. I need to go through it all again and kind of see what I am gonna bring to the swap, so maybe we can do that.